why we're dancing. Look at what we lost, baby. Yeah. Somewhere else, don't wanna be nowhere else. I got it all right here. That's my obsession with you. Always feels brand new. There ain't nothing better now. Maybe something better now. Always feels brand new. There ain't nothing better now. Maybe something better now. Got your name right, headed back to your place. I done fell in love with your taste. Never get enough of your fragrance. If it's a slow thing, no thanks. Unless it's a lips and slow dance. Cause I've been holding it down. So now that you're here, you gotta stay with me. Stay with me. Now I got you all to myself. Why you gotta stay with me? Stay with me. I can't imagine you so far out. Like I said, you're the soundtrack. Bring me back in focus. For London summer's bandit. You sure as hell to fly me around. Always feels brand new. There ain't nothing better now. Maybe something better now. Always feels brand new. There ain't nothing better now. I'm missing on your touch, all I wanna do, all I wanna go, baby, go, baby. All I wanna do, all I wanna go, baby, go, baby. All I wanna do, all I wanna do, go, baby, go. All I wanna do, go, baby, go, baby. All I wanna do, go, baby, go, baby.
Yo, what is going on, YouTube family? What's happening? How we feeling? How's everybody feeling today, man? Y'all go put some fires in the chat. Y'all can hear me very clearly, very closely. You know, we made some improvements with the microphones. Let me know if y'all can hear me, but if y'all are brand new today, guys, welcome to the live stream. If you're unfamiliar, basically every single Sunday where we can, we'll do a free class where we'll basically break down what are the top companies are watching for the week, the top stocks, the top plays for the week. And essentially, this is my way to give back to the community because we've been crushing it. I mean, this month of November, I'll show you guys in a second, but I made over $55,000 for the month here of November. Absolutely crushed it. I had a tougher week, this coming week right now, but we did phenomenally well into the chat. It is late night right now, guys. So again, if you guys are new, watch a full video today, guys. I'm gonna give you guys a bunch of game. And let's start off everybody by asking, where's everybody from today? Where's your city and state? Where's everybody from? Let me know where y'all from, and then we'll get everything in motion, all right? Let's jump right into it, y'all. Let's go. I see the fires in the chat. Let's jump right into it, man. We don't want to waste nobody's time, all right? So guys, first and foremost, what we're gonna head to first to get the class in motion, we're gonna be heading over to forexfactory.com. Now, what's this site? This site basically shows us what are the top stock plays are watching for the week. And real quick, I'm gonna grab something for you guys. So I actually took note of my top companies I'm watching for the week. So let me give you guys some free game today. All right, y'all ready? If everybody's ready, guys, go ahead and put a fire into the chat. Let me see who is hyped up for today's session. Keep putting them fires into the chat. Okay, I see hello from Houston. Okay, Brooklyn, Houston, Virginia. Oh, people are global with it. Okay, then. Say less. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so this week, let's talk about the news for the week. So forexfactory.com is for the news. As you guys can see here, for the week on Tuesday, we have ISM manufacturing PMI on Tuesday, on Monday, and then following day we have about no news. Wednesday's pretty slow as well. Thursday, unemployment claims, very important. Oh, y'all going crazy in the chat. Let's go. Y'all hype right now. I love to see it. I love to see it. Let's go. Let's go then. Let's go. Okay. Hold on. I'm seeing Bay Area, Michigan. Okay. Okay then. Boom. Let's get into it, guys. So this is kind of the news for the week to kind of look at. The news this week is kind of seeming a little bit slow. We have unemployment claims here on this day right here on Thursday, which is cool. But now we're going to the next sites to watch for the week. So if y'all are unfamiliar, what we do is every single week, it's important for you and me to watch the news and to know what to expect for the coming week. So on finviz.com, we can actually see what is the heat map for the week, right? So as you guys can see right here, what do you guys see is happening on the heat map? What do y'all see is happening here, right? You're seeing a bunch of green. I don't know why all these ads are popping up here. All right, so you see a bunch of green, right? That means that a lot of these companies ended the week on Friday with a lot of strength and a lot of buying pressure, right? But what y'all fail to realize is right now, the stock market took a pretty strong nosedive over the weekend, and now a lot of stocks are actually red right now, right? So what we're going to be talking about this week, guys, in today's session, so y'all just go ahead and smash the like button here below. I'm going to be giving you guys like the top plays I'm watching here for the week, and I personally have taken note on about 6 companies, but I'm going to dwindle everything down to about 3 companies that I want you to watch this week, and let's go to get right into it, right? So guys, first and foremost, as you guys know, we got to check out SPY. How many of y'all, matter of fact, how many of y'all have traded SPY this week? Matter of fact, if you guys are in the mentorship program right now, go ahead and post into the chat below. How did you guys do trading this week? And how was your overall success? Because this week was a really, really good week. We had a good and we had the bad. But before we get into the stock breakdown today, I kind of want to express and show you guys briefly that we don't just talk about trading and day trade. No, we do live trading every single day. As you can see right here, we share our positions, we share our screen, we share our profits every single day. Just for the month here of November, I put in a profit of $55,000. Now, I'll be realistic with you guys to be transparent. I did have 2 pretty shitty days here this week. I lost back-to-back, sadly, on Monday and Tuesday. But nevertheless, I had some of my best days of the month, a $20,000 down last Friday, which is phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you guys, besides all the money talk and everything, it's more about the freedom of what trading can bring for you and the power of what trading can also do for your life, right? So let's get into the top plays for the week and let's get everything started, all right? I see a lot of green for sure. All right, let's get into it. So the first company we're gonna look at here is SPY. So as you can see right here, guys, what do you guys see on first glance? What do you guys notice is happening here on SPY? Like on first glance, I want y'all to let me know into the chat. What else is happening here on SPY? Because if you're unfamiliar, SPY is the S&P 500. So if SPY goes up in price, then all the other stocks will also follow SPY the same way in price, right? But now, what you fail to realize is, let me go ahead and delete this over here, is SPY made a really strong run this month from down here at 652 here on SPY, all the way up here, and it's getting really close to our all-time high sitting right there, right? Let me actually open up a brand new chart for y'all so y'all don't look like surprised when I got all the drawings from the mentorship, on the screen. I know I have a lot of drawings here, but it's just because I love the game, y'all. I'm a student of the game and I love the game. Love the game, all right? So let's talk about SPY. So how many of you guys are familiar with market structure? If you're familiar, guys, matter of fact, guys, if you feel like you're on this call today and you're like a complete beginner, put a 1 into the chat. And if you have some experience, you kind of know what you're doing, put a 2 into the chat. I just want to see where everybody is. Because what we're going to cover today is going to be beginner friendly, but we're also getting into more advanced information also as well. So as you guys can see right here on SPY, this right here was previously our all-time high sitting right there, right? So we had a high sitting right here on SPY. We had highs sitting right there on SPY. And what you guys will notice is, especially if you want to start trading with me, is you're going to need to understand how to read what we call is market structure. So market structure is simply understanding, are we in a bullish market? or are we going to be in a bearish market, right? So a bullish market is us seeing higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, right? You're consistently going to the upside, with new highs with small moves to the downside. Whereas in a bearish market, you're consistently going to the downside. You have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. So you consistently going to the downside with small moves to the upside, right? So what we're noticing right now in the market is we have been creating a lot of highs this week, as you can go ahead and see right here, right? We've been pushing to the upside pretty consistently this week on the market, right? However, if you look at the higher time frame, what do you notice? This one right here was our previous higher high right here on SPY. But what happened right here? Did we create a new higher high right there? Definitely not. We actually created a lower high from this high right there, right? So I'm gonna write this right here as my lower high in the market, LH for lower high. So after creating this high right there, we created a lower low. So lower low, lower high. Right here, again, we created a lower low down here, right? So we just created a lot of moves in this market, right? But so down here, we created what we call is our lower low, right? Lower low. Then right here, once again, we created a lower high once again. So what do y'all feel like, what type of trend do you feel like we're in if we're creating these lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows? What trend do you guys feel like we're in this market? It's pretty easy to say, right? Bearish market, right? Very simple. We just covered that. Now, what happens in the market if we make a movement and we close above a previous lower high and we create a brand new high above the lower high? That right there is what we call is a change of character. So we created a lower low, lower high, lower low, and then right here, boom, we created a brand new higher high. That's called a change of character. And what happens is now it's showing us that we're changing signs from being in a bearish market to now being into a bullish market, right? So just now, I just taught you how to read the market on a higher time frame and to understand what it means to be creating a lower high, lower low, or a higher high. And if you missed it, you can see right here, we created a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and boom, right here, look at this, boom. We closed above this lower high right there, and now we're officially trying to create a brand new higher high. So right here, we just now created a change of character above this line right here that you see right there. I'm gonna mark it as CHOC, right? This is a change of character, right? So now we're going from being officially in a bearish market to being into a bullish market, right? But now what is the thing that you need to be waiting for before you start taking companies to the upside and thinking that everything is bullish? Obviously, you gotta be waiting for the pullback. So if you're in the mentorship, you guys know how much we stress about waiting for the pullback before you buy into a trading position. Why is that? It was just not Black Friday, as you guys saw, right? Typically, TVs are on sale for $1,000. That same TV is now on sale for $700 or $500. You're better off buying that TV for a cheaper price point rather than buying it later for $1,000, right? So in the stock market, you need to be buying companies here on the pullback right here as we're creating higher lows. Therefore, just now on a high time frame, we've just now created this change of character going from a bearish market into a bullish market, right? But before you can buy companies to the upside, they have to be creating this higher low, which is a short-term move to the downside before we go up to the upside, right? And that's exactly what we're looking at this week into the stock market. We're looking for this higher low to be created, which is a short-term move here to the downside before we go back up to the upside. And if you guys check your 401ks, you check Webull, you check Robinhood, you will notice that all US stocks are actually down a lot right now in pre-market. So we're already creating a short-term move here to the downside already, right? But the next step is, where exactly are we looking to buy this company? Because it can pull back like this, right? But we actually teach people exactly where to buy these companies, which is the exact level of liquidity where you should be buying stocks at, buying crypto at, and everything like that into our program for the mentorship. However, today we're going to be giving you guys the top stock plays that I'm watching this week for free. Basically, 3 plays I'm watching this week, I'm gonna give it to y'all for free. And this is just all value. This is a free game. But if at any point y'all like, listen, I'm ready to join y'all's daily live trading. I want to see your screen share. I want to copy your plays in real time. Anytime, the link is pinned into the chat for our mentorship. So feel free to go ahead and apply. If you do apply as well by tonight, I heard that you can still get like a little Black Friday sale. But that's just what I heard. So let's go ahead and jump right into the plays, right? If y'all ready, guys, put some fires into the chat. Y'all let me know who's ready, man. I'm excited. I got some plays that I feel like a lot of people are going to get pretty rich on this week. I got to see who's excited, right? So let's get right into the first play of the day. I'm going to switch my chart back to my nerdy charts that have all the levels and lines and levels of liquidity and things we cover into the program. But let's kind of get into the first play for the week, y'all. All ready? Let's go. So guys, the first company I have on watch, make sure y'all have your notes ready, guys. Make sure y'all taking pictures of this, posting it into your story, because we're giving y'all a free game, free gems. The first trade of the week, guys, is on Oklo. Company is OKLO, Oklo. So let me give you guys a little bit of a backstory what's happening here with Oklo and why I feel like this is a good company to watch for the week. So if you zoom out here on Oklo, what you can see is we actually created a head and shoulders pattern, and we called this for you guys about 3 weeks ago if you're here on my YouTube channel, and we called out for Oklo to take that ass to the downside. You know why? my friends too, because we smacked Oklo on their head. Basically, Oklo created what we call as a head and shoulders stock trading pattern, right? Where basically we have a shoulder right there, a head, and a right shoulder. This is a bearish candle formation, and companies want to head to the downside from that company, right? So on Oklo, as you see right here, we have my left shoulder right there, my head right there, and my right shoulder right there. We had a strong move to the downside, right? Unfortunately though, if you look here at Oklo, go to this tool right here on TradingView, called my price range tool. From right up here at my all-time highs to down here, you see this company is down a whopping 56% on the stock from its all-time highs. 56%. Does someone know why that's important? If I came to my class in person, we actually covered why this is super important. So if you're unfamiliar with the stock market, you want to be buying companies while they're on a sale. So when companies are down 25 to 40% plus from their all-time highs, that's called them going into a bear market. And when a company is in a bear market, it's an opportunity for you to buy them for a cheaper price point. Now, Oklo has came down to a significant area of liquidity here on a high time frame, which we cover into our program. But basically, we're watching Oklo for a bouncy upside this past week into our chat. And as you can see, from Tuesday and up, we had a strong move here to the upside, right? However, though, this week, though, I'm looking for Oklo to make it, guys, and this is where I want to write down some notes. I'm looking for Oklo to make a retracement, guys, on Oklo, specifically back down to this 85.95 level. So about $86 is where I think Oklo will be a pretty good buying opportunity. And I use a strategy for looking for a very specific key point, and we cover all this into our chat. But specifically, like I told you guys, right? Even though this company is already bought up here and you see that we're in a bullish market, your goal as an investor is to buy these companies for a cheaper price point and on a sale price so you can sell them for a higher price point, right? So we have been already creating the higher highs up here on Oklo, higher high right there, as you can see. But if y'all check your phone right now, Oklo is actually sitting at the price level right now at $83 right now per share. I'm sorry, $88 per share. So 88, guys, so Oklo is actually sitting exactly about right here right now, about right here. This is where Oklo currently is. I'm gonna draw it for y'all, about right here in price. It's very simple. It's a 1 to 3 strategy. I'm looking for Oklo to drop a little bit this week down here, and think about this level right here like a big old trampoline, right? Boom. When a company hits the trampoline right here, it's gonna be going up here in price. So I'm looking for a pullback here on the stock to buy it down here for a cheap price, take it into the upside. And I want to target these previous highs sitting right here. And I also want to go ahead and possibly reclaim this level right here at $100. So on Oklo, guys, I'll tell you right now, this is probably one of my favorite plays for the week personally. I'm looking for a pullback, and I'm gonna write down. I'm gonna put down these stock plays so we can put it into something more official for you guys. After this session for everybody. But first play right here, guys. Got an Oklo pullback to 86 for calls. And make sure y'all take it down some notes, man. This is some free game, right? Like I tell you guys, right? I don't just talk my stuff on YouTube. Like, we back it up. For example, look at the gains chat, right? Student right here, he made 20K in 3 weeks, and he paid himself $10,000 from his trading account to his banking account, right? And our strategies work here on futures, they work here on options, they work on every single market. Another one, DZ made $1,000 trading with us this past week in 1 day in about 30 minutes. Crazy, right? Gavin made $1,400. So people are making people's paychecks or their daily labors in a matter of minutes from the market. Even Jackie, she made $1,200 in a day on the 24th. So what we're teaching, guys, really works. So I want you to apply it. Don't just come to the class and watch it for entertainment. No, really sit down and try to understand it, because your whole life can change from the stock market. All right, the next play, guys, is on the company Alibaba. So Alibaba is a very interesting company. How many of y'all are familiar with the company Alibaba? Just put a 1 into the chat if y'all know what they do. I don't know who has the wisdom of what Alibaba does. This company is very important. It's in the Chinese sector, and I think it's actually very important. And before I go into the stock play, guys, if y'all have any questions, trading related, chat related, about the mentorship, anything like that, about the stock market, go ahead and ask them to the chat. I'll be doing a quick 5 to 10 minute Q&A after these 2 stocks get broken down. And so just so y'all can ask questions and anything like that. All right, so now the company Alibaba, guys, this is a big Chinese manufacturing company. Basically, you can buy companies, or you can buy products in bulk, and you can get them for a cheap old price when you're buying them off of Alibaba. So they're a very, very important company. But once again, as you can see here in Alibaba, they are on the decline. But what stock pattern setup do y'all see right here? I'm gonna give y'all literally 10 seconds. But what stock pattern do you guys see Alibaba is creating exactly right here? Who knows about this pattern right here? I want to know who knows. This is a very beginner-friendly stock pattern to look at. You got it? Got it? All right. I'm going to show it to you right quick. The bullish pennant stock pattern. This pattern, guys, is a simple bullish stock trading pattern. It's very simple. All it is showing you is 2 things. I want you to write this down. We're creating consistent lower highs here on a higher time frame, lower highs, but we're also creating higher lows here at the same time. So we're creating a little bit of a sideways triangle pattern like this. And as you guys can see right here, this is one of the patterns that have a strong likelihood to have a bigger breakout than other ones, right? This is the pattern right here. And on top of that, if you look here at Alibaba, from our all-time highs, we're down about 22% here on the company. And we also have fallen into a key level of liquidity here on a higher time frame. And once again, we cover all this into the program for the mentorship. But basically, we're looking for Alibaba to bounce exactly in this key level right here, which we call this our golden pocket in the chat. The golden pocket is an area in the stock market where basically stocks should be buying or selling from. So we kind of show you exactly where to locate where these levels of liquidity are in the market. So for you, the guesswork in the market is out the picture. You know exactly where companies should be falling into by using our 5-step process of how to draw their daily buys. So Baba has bounced perfectly into my area here of interest here at 150. And this week, I'm looking for a retracement, guys, on Alibaba, specifically right here. It's about 152.5. Write that down, guys. I'm looking for a pullback here on Alibaba to 152.5. So you're probably asking, Ryan, why are you waiting for 152.5 and not 150 again? Well, because y'all know this. If we come down to the same point right here on BABA, there's a chance that we can actually break through this level, right? Now, this right here, guys, is what we call our higher low. It's a higher low. So if a company is bullish, we should only be creating more higher lows, right? That being said, we should not be coming back down to this level point right here because we should be creating a higher low. So the next higher low here on the company Alibaba is the next level of liquidity, which is sitting right here at my next level of liquidity right there, which is called our buy side liquidity. So in my opinion, I feel like BABA will be creating a pullback here to the 152.5 level. And guys, keep in mind, I'm giving you all this information, but if you want to live trade with us, see our screen share, and actually get these trades here in real time, so you can actually bank with us. We do this literally every single day into our mentorships. You can like see our screen share, everything like that. And yeah, it's good for visual learners, hands-on learners. But once again, I'm looking for a little bit of a trend line to be established here on BABA here at this higher low level. And I want to see us create a little bit of a pullback here to about 152.5 on BABA. And I'm looking again, guys, for a future move above the highs sitting right here and possibly the highs sitting up here. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm being straight up with y'all, be very, very honest. We could break above this bullish pennant and go higher. Like we definitely could break above this level right here and go like a lot higher. But there's also a chance that if we bounce right here, we can go up here like this. Let me show y'all right quick. We can actually hit right here, go up right here, and then stop right there at this line, right? We can literally stop right here on BABA and then go back to the downside, which is very possible. So I'm being real with you guys, right? So we do live trading. But understand, a move from down here at 152 to 160 in the options market, you get into that money. I'm afraid to get into that money, and I'm afraid you're about to start telling people, I'm about to buy everything, right? Drinks are on me, food's on me. See, like when you start trading, that's the issue. You start making money at a level that like you're not really used to, and you start acting different, right? So it's like you want to be patient with the market, though, right? Like it's not going to be easy where everything is handed to you on a silver platter. These type of calls and classes, I do this to share with you guys the patience and the mindset behind profitable trading. If you don't know this, what you can do right now, literally right now, if you want, you can go right here at this level here on Alibaba, then hit like a right click right there, and then press add an alert at BABA right there. What happens is when that's created, I can see right here, buy, buy, buy. Now, once the market taps this point right here, like in the stock market, I would immediately get a text on my phone, on my email. I'm getting multiple messages to buy, 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 buy. So the richest people that you know that trade in the stock market, we make it seem easy, like easier than it actually is, but we're simply making alerts on our chart. And once the market gets to our point of alert, we then open up our charts and we then assess the market to see where and when to buy, what to buy, how much it costs, and where is my target. Luckily for you, I've given you the general area of where to buy and the general overall target. That's up to you to actually take action and turn it into financial gains. Next trade of the day is going to be on PLTR, Palantir. This is a very, very good company. This company right here, guys, I fear this could be one of the biggest plays for the week. I know I called out Oklo, I called out Baba, but Palantir has a tendency of moving with diligence. This company moves crazy, right? It moves really crazy. Now, I fear that we have a setup here on Palantir that looks like a little bit too good to be true, but this week, it's very specific, very easy, and this is free game. I'm looking for Palantir to actually break below the low sitting right there The low sitting right here. And at the point right here on Palantir down here, I'm gonna show y'all. We have a fair value gap right here on Palantir at this key level. And I think that if we can make this breakage below these previous lows right here on Palantir, I want you guys to write this down, right? Let's write this down for me. You have swing lows and you have swing highs, right? Swing lows and you have swing highs. So what kind of is a swing low and what's a swing high? Let's talk about it real quick. The swing low is the very bottom of a stock move before it goes to the upside, and the swing high is the top of the stock move before it went to the downside. Now, whenever you're trading, I want you to try this yourself. Go to your charts and identify where is a swing high and where is a swing low. So for example, here on Palantir, this right here is characterized as my swing high. This right here is also a swing low. But also, this right here is a swing low, and also right here is a swing high. But let's focus on the swing high right here and the swing low right there. What I'm gonna do is get my tool here at Fibonacci, drop from the very top of my swing highs up here, down to the bottom right here for my swing lows. And what you're gonna notice is you have the 50% mark right there. This right here is called the equilibrium. This is the midpoint. But so like between this high right here and the low right here, this right here is a 50% mark, which is the midpoint. So typically into a trendy move, the stock market loves to go at least above and beyond this midpoint mark here, like on the Fibonacci tool of retracement. So I'm looking for this week here on Palantir. I want to see Palantir drop down to 163. So write that down, guys. 163. I think that it's gonna go a little bit below 163. The exact point, guys, is right at about 162 to 163. But the general area, guys, from right here to right here, here in blue, this is the exact area of where I'm looking to buy Palantir this week. But my qualifications is this. Write this down. I'm only gonna tell this one time. This is for free game here on YouTube Live. I wanna see the stock market actually crash this week a little bit lower on Palantir and possibly break below this fair value gap right here on Palantir. And then I wanna see us actually, after that happens, right? So I wanna see it close below here. Step 2, I want to see it actually get back above this key area like this. This move, after you break through a key level like this, and when I say key level, after you break below a key low, like right there and right here, something happens in which we call is a lot of buyers begin to step into the market. You know why? Because after you break these lows, people who have stock in Palantir, they're nervous. They're shaking, they're sweating, like what's happening next, right? I'm about to piss my pants. But what happens is something that we call, it's called the fear and greed index, right? So let me show you what that is real quick. So the fear and greed index, basically, it shows you when the world is at extreme fear or if we're at extreme greed, right? When stocks are dropping, people are losing money. People's 401ks are losing money. People's portfolios are losing money. Even my crypto right now is down a little bit. I'm not nervous, but I'm pressing the buy button, right? But when people are losing money on their portfolios, they begin to panic sell. And what happens is after they begin panic selling, people begin to start panic buying. So your job as an investor, it isn't just to be following the trend and just buy when people are buying and some people are selling. No, you want to be greedy when people are fearful and be fearful when people are greedy. So once again, when people are fearful, you want to be greedy. When people are greedy, you want to be fearful. So that means when the market is down in price and it's at a discounted price, you want to be buying, consistently buying. So I'm placing an alert right here on Palantir at 163. Y'all can do the same thing if you want, if you're smart. alert right there, buy, alert right here, a buy. I'm showing you right now how I find setups. Like while I'm literally enjoying my day, I get a text from TradingView. Y'all be getting texts from all your side pieces and y'all's girlfriends and boyfriends. Look, if y'all got a side piece right now, God be with you guys. When I get a text from TradingView, everything got to stop. Everything stops because the market is at a key level of liquidity, and I'm gonna watch the market to see exactly how it's moving because it's an opportunity for me and you to make money. And whenever I see an opportunity, I will post it into my chat so we can all eat together. For example, I called out some puts on Google on the 28th. If you want to see what happened, let me show you what happened here on Friday. So basically, puts make money as companies drop in price, right? So on Friday, we bought puts in our chat into the mentorship, right? Google had dropped so much here on Friday that we made 100% on this trade in like 3 minutes, which is crazy. 100%, and that's doubling your money legally in 3 minutes. And how do we actually know that would happen? Well, if you look here at Google, we have our pre-market lows right there. We have our pre-market highs sitting right here. Now we have a secret indicator into our chat, which is, we use it daily. And Google made a strong move right up here to our premium PD array, which is what the indicators able to show us in the market. Now, after we close above this pre-market highs right here, this step one, right? Step two, we ended up closing exactly again back below this line right here, which is our pre-market highs. After that happened, we trapped a bunch of buyers up here in the market, and the people who were selling the market, we began to sell the market all the way to the downside, targeting our pre-market lows right there. So once Google actually broke below our pre-market lows, we created a fair value gap from right here to right here, and that shows a strong sign of continuation into one direction. So what we went ahead and did was, we didn't gatekeep. I called the plays to buy puts right here on Google on Friday, and we were able to capture a nice move to the downside. And I mean, as a result, I don't want to just talk about it. I mean, we can see, how people actually did on Friday, because people posted their gains on, look at this. So on Friday the 28th, right? Boom, look at that. Profits on both, W, 311, right? So a lot of people are making money off these call outs, but the secret is the education. That's what you're going to be getting the most gain from, easy education, right? So to reiterate everything, guys, our place on watch is going to be watching Baba for a pullback to about 152.5 this week. 52.5. I'm also going to be watching POTR for a pullback to about 162 to 163 level. And I'm going to open up the chat, guys, to about 5 minutes for a quick Q&A. So if y'all have any questions about the stock market, about the mentorship, about Black Friday, go ahead and ask away. This here's my stock watch list this week. And I have a few more plays to look at, but these are like probably like my best plays for the week. And we're literally live trading tomorrow morning. So if y'all want to apply for the program, tomorrow morning, be ready here at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 CST. We're live trading, we're getting time money. All right, so Cynthia or Sin asks, I've been wanting to learn options trading. Do you suggest a certain amount of money someone needs to start with in order to learn with you? I'm currently a grad student. So personally, what I would tell you, and this goes for everybody, right? If you have no experience trading, your best bet is start out doing paper trading first, which is basically like fake money trading, because you don't want to make mistakes with your real money and lose it while you're learning. You want to focus on the fake money first so you can actually learn the game, get a mentor, learn a strategy, and after you're already making money and then you know what you're doing, then put in 1,000 into your account, 2,000, 3,000. The exact amount, it depends on where you are financially, but if you're pretty good for it financially, I would say 1,000 or 2. If you're like overly loaded, you're saying I'll put 5,000 into your account. No more than like 10K if you're like, good for it. But typically, most people that I coach, They do like 1,000 or 2 or 3 to get started. And typically, like I said, we do like a beginner's week into our program. People who have no experience, this is good for you if you want to learn everything. We have a beginner's week. How do you make money when Google was going down? Oh, good question. So, Mr. Alan Nunes. So in the stock market, there's 2 different ways to make money as an options trader. You have calls and you have puts. So calls, I'll write it right here. So calls make money as companies go up in price, right? Now the puts, on the other hand, make money as companies go down in price. So the stock market, it drops a lot more faster than they can go up in price. So typically, whenever we're in bear markets, you'll make a shit ton of money because people don't know that you can make so much money by buying these puts right here. And we love buying puts in our chat. I'm gonna tell you right now, puts is like my favorite thing to do. I buy calls obviously, but when the market's dropping, I'm dropping that money into Chase Bank. We're killing it. All right. And you basically can buy calls and puts by using the Webull platform. If you want to see a full video on Webull, go to my channel on YouTube. I have a full video that kind of breaks down, how to use Webull step by step. Right here, tutorial. It has 3,000 views, which is pretty crazy now, which is pretty cool. But I definitely recommend you guys to start out first doing paper trading so you can know what you're doing before you put $1 into the stock market. And let me keep going to the next questions. Where do you put the actual trades? So you place the actual trades on Webull, but if you're asking where do I put the trades, under Ryan Signals into the mentorship, I post basically every single trade that I take every single day, like every single day. Like last week, Friday, I made $20,000 in one day, which is pretty fucking crazy, right? But I called the place for y'all verbatim, everything, right? I called AMD, boom, right? AMD, boom. I made 3 racks on AMD quickly, boom. I called out also play here on Google, right? Google right here, I entered Google at 8:49 and we exited at 8:56. So in just 7 minutes of time here, just 7 minutes of time, I made $4,700 on Google. I put $9,000 into the trade and I took out $14,000 in a couple of minutes. And if you actually see right here, I took profit at 8:52. So I entered into the trade here, literally at 8:49. I told all my students to enter into the trade right here, and we exited the same trade here at 8:52. So it's a matter of like 3 minutes of time. We made 50% on our trade, and this is obviously a real account. I trade on multiple accounts. I made 3,000 on that account, 6,000 on another account, and 6,000 on another account. So I think I made like another 3,000. So it was overall was a great day, and I don't gatekeep these plays, guys. Like whenever I make trades or I make money, everybody makes money too because we're all sharing the plays. Sin says I'm ready to make the switch over to options after seeing success. I've seen with people with experience and education. Yeah, I think definitely options is where you want to go. So this is the thing, right? If y'all want to know the difference between futures, Forex, and options, I personally think options is more sustainable. So if someone has the time to mess around and dabble and put thousands here, whatever, you can go play around with futures or whatever. I think it's a little bit more riskier because I want you to kind of think about it like this, right? With options, you're playing with the only money that you're putting out, right? So let's say let's say this is my account right here, right? Let's say if I have $3,000 to trade with, for example. If I put $1,000 into a trade, 1,000 is the only amount of money that I can lose on a position, right? Now with futures, for example, you make money per tick. So let's say if you're watching a stock and it's moving $50 per tick. If this company goes up crazily, you can leverage your whole portfolio on accident because you don't have the power to know how much you're actually risking. Obviously, you could put in a stop loss, but with options, for example, you can actually control your risk parameters, which is why I think it's more sustainable. So people who are working jobs 9 to 5, or let's say you're busy AF with your schedule, with your business, whatever it is, I think options is more, it's just more sustainable. And I coach it because I know that it's helped me out, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I've been investing in the stocks regularly this year. Congrats. Oh, I totally forgot. Kevin, thank you so much, bro. Earnings for the week. So yeah, this is the earnings for the week. Basically, these are companies that reported their earnings for the week. We have Macy's here on Wednesday. We have Dollar Tree. Snowflake is on Wednesday. Wednesday is my biggest day, Wednesday and Thursday. DocuSign, I think DocuSign is going down for earnings. I think Snowflake is going up. That's just my personal opinion. This is a gamble. I definitely would watch these companies, but don't put too much money into them. It's risky to trade earnings. So yeah, earnings for the week. What is your preferred brokerage to trade in? Robinhood, Webull, Moomoo. So I prefer Webull. I'll post a link to my video that I cover with Webull into the chat. But if y'all are free, literally after this class, literally watch some of my videos here on YouTube. I have so much free game for you guys, so you can actually learn like by yourself, like how to start trading by yourself and everything like that. But if you want to like skip the line and honestly save time from taking losses unnecessarily and everything like that, my program, like for the mentorship, as you can see, it's a 6 weeks program, but it is lifetime access. And you're basically able to go starting out here at Beginners Week, get everything set up for your account as beginners, everything like that. You know how to get into options, to the charts, everything like that. And it's kind of built for somebody who wants to just have someone hold you accountable in a more hands-on manner. So you're not just messing up money by yourself and like, you know, without actually getting to the money the right way. All right. So K Phrase says, I'm wondering about scheduling. I work from 8 to 5 p.m. No worries at all. If you work from 8 to 5 p.m., there's an avenue which we call this as swing trading. So with swing trading, basically, you're able to buy a trade today and then sell it tomorrow, or sell it next week, or sell it next month. So you're able to trade at a more passive manner where it isn't so stringent on you being at the computer to make the money from trading. The only downside to working at that time is if you don't have access to a phone or a computer or a Wi-Fi, you probably can't be into our live calls. If you can make time to come to our live calls, I think that's definitely is a benefit. If not, don't even worry, because you'll learn how to trade for yourself. So you can like literally trade at your own free times, your own pockets, so you can get to that money, all right? And a quick shout out to y'all, man. It's 10:30 right now. Y'all still tapped in with me. If y'all tapped in, man, I love y'all, man. We giving y'all a free game here on Sunday, just for the love of the game. I love trading, and this is what I love to do. So I'm just here answering questions for y'all right quick. All right. Let me see what the person said. Okay, so can you explain how? So we just explained how. I put the link into the YouTube chat so you can watch it. All right, but once again, guys, man, I think this is gonna be a very, very fruitful journey for like a lot of people that watching this class today. Can I give y'all like a quick like Bible verse of the day right quick? Let me see what everyone's saying. I said, yeah, okay, look, I'm gonna tell y'all, a lot, right? I would say, with me personally, with trading, it's been like a long-term journey. And I think it's like, I lost myself pretty early into my career. I was losing a lot of money. And I felt like, why did I even start this shit? Like, I lost so much money. I felt like I was in a space, like I could have used that money. I could have stewarded it in many different other ways. But when I personally found God in my life is when I actually found success, because I found out that it's bigger than just money. It's about discipline, it's about structure. So the Bible verse of the day I'm gonna give you guys, let's get into it. We'll be reading here at Luke chapter 16, verses 10. And it says right here, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys so we can actually read it together. Luke 16, verse 10. So it says right here, whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. And whoever is dishonest with very little will also be dishonest with much. So what I take from that is sometimes people start something. It can be trading, it could be relationship, it could be a promotion at work. If you can't be trusted doing the small things, you cannot be trusted doing the big things. So if you're trading right now, especially, I'll tell you right now, this game is about patience. Don't Don't think about the money, 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 money. Like, start small, practice, take it slow first, and after you're successful and you can be actually trusted with a little bit, then add to your portfolio. But don't just jump into it with all this money because you want to get rich tomorrow. No, it says right here, the next verse. So if you have not been trusted, so if you've not been trustworthy in handling worldly wealth, who will trust you with true riches? And if you have not been trustworthy with someone else's property, who will give you property of your own? So I want you to take this verse into yourself this week. Not just money and trading and lifestyle, but what has God been trusting you with at the small level? Because he knows that you have more to achieve in the future. Like, what's the one thing that you feel like he's been trusting you with? Because there's a lot more for someone who actually wants it. I'll tell you right now, my life changed when I give everything to God, and when I realized how much the Bible is like a self-help book. I realized that I improved myself so much more when I involved the Lord into my finances, into my discipline, into my routine. I'll tell you right now, if you want to be successful as a trader, in my chat or anything, a routine is everything for you right now, right? So that's my verse of the day. You could definitely go deeper into the verse 2 right here where it says, no one could serve two masters. Either you will hate the one and love the other, or you'll be devoted to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve both God and money. You cannot serve both God and money. So I want you to quickly imagine, right? And I didn't mean to turn this into a sermon. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a word today. I got the Holy Spirit. Then I got to tell what I learned, right? Imagine if you're underwater, right? What is the most important thing to you in that exact moment? What is it? What do y'all think? Is it food? Is it money? Is it designer? Is it bills? No. It's probably air, right? Like, you want to breathe and you want to live, right? But you're breathing right now and you don't even realize it. Maybe you realize it. I mean, you obviously realize it, right? But you have an abundance of air right now, so it isn't important to you. But if you're underwater, that's the single most important thing to you at the exact moment. So a few people who are watching this video right now might not be in the best situation right now financially, and it's okay. We're human, guys. We all been through it. Like, we all been through the time where we're late on bills, or credit card bill this, or our finances are down, right? But it's like, what you realize is right now, if you aren't in abundance of money, the most thing right now that's important to you right now is the money. But after you have the money, you're just gonna, as you have it, you're not gonna be worried about it, right? But as soon as you're at a lack of money, that's the most important thing to you in that exact moment. But the thing about trading is, though, it is a direct reflection of yourself, So you can't just come to the stock market, oh, I'm late on my bills, I'm trying to get rich by tomorrow. The market doesn't work like that. So it's best to have an income already and then use the extra income to start trading rather than using your last $100 bill to start trading. No. Like, whenever you have the money and you're in abundance of the money, you're not worried about the money. But when you're not, that's the single most important thing to you right now. So I took from that verse, guys, that if I can be trusted here with a small amount of money, I could for dang sure be trusted with a lot of money, and so can you. So I hope y'all enjoyed this session today, guys. It's late right now. I know y'all probably thinking like, Ryan, it's late. I'm trying to get back to watching sports and everything like that. But hey, if y'all enjoyed today's session, feel free to go ahead and post this to your story and tag me. I already post some of y'all to my stories so I can get everything popping like that. But once again, guys, this is going to be like an amazing month. I feel like God has like a lot in store for a lot of people who are watching this class right now. So if y'all tune in, guys, take it easy, take it slow. This week here, this month here, December, it's holiday season. Don't blow the budget now, right? Don't go into debt for things and for other people and not be putting money into yourself. Because the holiday season should be used with money, which is basically the excess money, right? So me personally, for the holidays, things are going to be market funded, and I'm looking to invest more into you guys. We have a class here on Tuesday going into things for beginners. So if you're in the program, guys, be ready for that class here on Tuesday. I'll see y'all soon, guys. God bless. Hope you have a great night. And I'll see y'all tomorrow morning for live trading, guys. Have a good one, guys. Peace.